welcome. Today we are making a altar for Ostara. And if you love celebrating the seasons, or if you would like to start celebrating the seasons and you want to connect with the magic of spring, you are in the right place. The sun is shining, the sky is finally blue here in dreary England where I live, so I am very happy. What is Ostara? Ostara, also known as the Spring Equinox, is a moment of balance, of renewal, of awakening. Day and night are equal in length, so that marks the shift towards longer and hopefully sun-filled days. It's a time for fertility, new beginnings, and growth, not just in nature, but within ourselves. For many pagans, witches, and earth-honoring folk, Ostara is a sacred moment to honor this transition, set your intentions, reconnect with the cycles of the earth. And one of my favorite ways to celebrate is building an altar. I do it for every festival of the wheel of the year, and an altar is a sacred space filled with symbols of the season. So the name Ostara is very closely linked to the goddess Eostre. She is a deity of dawn, of fertility, of renewal. She is often associated with hares, bunnies, eggs, and the returning of the light. Those are symbols that maybe you recognize in modern spring traditions. And Easter, Eostre, estrogen, egg. See what I mean? It's all connected. So if you like to dive a little bit deeper in a more poetic way into Eostre's story, I have a storytelling video on her, and I'll link it below. I'll link it in the cards, and you can go check it out. So if you feel called, I invite you to create your own altar alongside me. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It just has to be something that connects you to the energy of rebirth, balance, and blossoming. Your full potential for blossoming. So before we begin, I'd love to know, what is your favorite way to welcome spring? Tell me in the comments below, and let's go. Let's do this. So my altar is looking like this right now. I still have all the elements of Yule. It's the winter solstice. I did put some goddesses that are related to Imbolc, and this is how it looks right now. This is not the vibe anymore. We do have a little bit of sunshine. Yay! So we're gonna clear this out. What we have here is a not so clean slate, a lot of candle wax all over it, but we're gonna start something new. Okay, so I've cleaned this with a little bit of essential oil just to make it smell good, and then I'm gonna start putting this beautiful, oh look at the sun, this beautiful cloth. It's a scarf that belonged to my grandmother, so there's a bit of ancestry there. I always recommend you put ancestry objects, something that belonged to your ancestors, especially the ones that you loved, in your altar. So I just have to be really careful with this, not to drop some candle wax or other stuff on it. But I really like this one for the Ostara altar because it is very pink, a pink pastel color. Oh, I'm gonna put it like this. It's a pastel color, and the colors for Ostara are usually pastel colors, like this very pale pink, some yellow, like light yellow, or beautiful baby blues. Those are the colors that we usually associate with this festival. Okay, so an altar is a very, very personal thing. Your altar will not look like anyone else's. You don't have to have the things that I will show you here today. I personally like a bunch of things in my altar. You might want something more clean with just a few items. It's up to you. Whatever is good for you, you should do it. What I would say is that you should always have something that represents each of the elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And of course, if you want to add spirit to it, divinity to it, I always add like oracle cards or images of the goddess, something that represents a specific goddess for that period of time. I also like to put some fresh flowers, except during winter time. I like to add dry leaves, as you saw. So it depends on what you like, but I would say always have something for each of the elements, and especially fire. You have to have fire in your altar at some point. Don't leave a fire unattended, but to do your prayers, to do your devotion, you should always have fire. I would also say that it's very interesting that you have an animal of some sort connected to your altar. It could be always the same one if it's an animal that's special for you, an animal that you connect with, or you can change it with the seasons. I have a special connection with turtles. Turtles represent for me my sobriety. When I stopped drinking years ago, I connected to the turtle so much. I have a tattoo of a turtle on my leg, because turtles, they are very, very patient, and they live one day at a time. So they walk slowly, but they swim pretty fast. So they are both animals of both water and earth. So for me, turtles are special. For you, could be something else, could be birds, could be cats, could be elephants, I don't know. But you should put something that represents that animal that you're connected with. And if you don't really have one, just feathers or something that you find, that maybe bones of an animal, something that represents the animal kingdom, as well as all the elements that are gonna go into the altar. Okay, so let's jump into it. Okay, so because this is my grandmother's scarf and I don't really want to ruin it with wax candle or whatever, I'm gonna put down some little pieces of cloth. This is also from my home country, Brazil. It's called chita, this type of cloth. And I really like this one because it does have the colors of spring. It has the flowers. So I'm just gonna put it here, and I'll put my candles over it. Step, I choose some crystals that have the colors that I associate with spring, that are associated with spring. A lot of amethyst, a lot of quartz. I put some seashells here. I'm gonna do the water element soon. But you don't have to have this many crystals. You can have one crystal and that is enough. Something that you connect with. It's always the way to go. So for water, I've put some rock pink salt here in this container with a few shells. I may put more shells, I don't know. But that's my water representation. This is a lot to do with earth, the earth energy. This is water. So for my air element, I will have some baby feathers that my daughter found in our garden. I may spread them around. I'm just putting them here for now. Okay, so next is fire. I usually have this big one in the middle because I use it daily, so it takes a long time for it to burn down. So I always have this big one. And then I have some seasonal ones, and I got these for Christmas as a present, and I thought, oh, they look beautiful for Ostara. The colors are just perfect. And I like to have always like 3 candles, as well as this big one. I love to have 3 candles here, either tea lights. I also have like purple tea lights that will substitute these when they burn down. But now we have here the earth element, the air element with the feathers. We have the water element with a little bit of sea salt and the shells, and we have the fire element, and the earth element with the rocks. I'll put more earth element because this is a very deeply connected to the earth. It's a festival that's deeply connected to the earth. Okay, so here we have a big symbol of spring and of the goddess Eostre, the daffodils or narcissus. I planted them a few weeks ago. They're hanging in there. Maybe I'll get some more, but this is a nice symbol for this season. Get to my favorite part, which is the painted eggs. I've painted these eggs with my daughter a few seasons ago, but I keep them, and maybe we'll do some other ones this season, this Easter. But I love to put them at the altar. They look really, really special. Okay, so now we add a little bit of dry rose, yellow rose petals, just because I like. I really like rose. It is a powerful, powerful magic flower. You can do so many beautiful spells with rose, and the smell is amazing even when they're dry, and they look really good. I always choose a card from the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. They have this beautiful new one. I think it's a new one. I just got it. It's new for me anyway. The Ostara Oracle, and these are women who are just beautiful, beautiful witches. Lorianne Anderson and Juliet Diaz. They do beautiful oracles, one for each of the festivals of the wheel. And I always pick one card to accompany me during the season, and I'll do that now. Look how beautiful it is. Look at the edges. I love it. And they're all different. And the art is just exquisite. So I'm gonna take a card. I've done a prayer. I'll do a prayer with you by the end of this video, but I've done a prayer for my own personal season of Ostara, of spring. And let's see what comes up. Let's see. I got Floromancy. It's time to escape all of the noise and become still with the guidance that is pulling you inward. Oh my God, more rest. The cards have been telling me to just quiet and rest and don't do anything. So yeah, so this is going to my altar. I have a little thing to put the card in, and I would advise and suggest that you pick an oracle that you really like, something that you connect with. It could be a tarot card for the week or for the season, and just put it there just to remind you of what the universe has brought to you as a message. Here are my things still from Yule, and I have some personal things that I always put on my altar. So I have this spell jar that I gave a workshop on the spell jar at the beginning of this year, so it's for the whole year, so I put it back in the altar. I have this self-love jar that I made. It's a spell that I still want to keep it in my altar. I have this cauldron that I need to clean first, but it's a cauldron where I burn things. And I have this little beautiful goddess figure that I made. So I'm going to put her back in the altar as well. And last but not least, I have a card showing this beautiful, beautiful image of Eostre. And it's from this oracle here, the Goddess Oracle deck. It's a really nice oracle. Not always that accurate, but good. And the images are just lovely. So I'm gonna put her in the center of the altar. And here you have it, a beautiful altar for the season of Ostara. I put some flowers here. When they start to wither, I will dry them and just spread the beautiful petals here. So we have the card, we have the elements, the eggs, the fire, and daffodils, my personal objects, ancestry in the altar cloth. And yeah, it's done. It's ready. And when you're done, don't forget to bless your altar. Ask for the blessings of the divine, whoever that may be for you. I will call upon Ostara, I will call upon the Great Mother Goddess, I will call upon Father Sky, I will ask for the blessings of the earth in this time of inner balance in this time for planting seeds. And you call upon whoever you might be connected to. And also, don't forget to clean your space after you've done this or before, to each object as you wish. You could use some smoke, some smudging. It could be Palo Santo. It could be some sage. If you don't want to burn anything, you can use sound, like something like this. You can just ping and clean your space with sound or with drumming. Whatever, you know, it's better for you, however you want to do it. If you have intention, if you are connected to the divine and to yourself, it will be right. It will be completely right. There's no right way of doing this. There are only suggestions and things that are proven to work. So you do you. And as we place these symbols on our altars, I offer this blessing for myself, for you, for the earth. May this season of Ostara bring clarity, renewal, and abundance. May the fire of the returning sun awaken our passions and our dreams. May we embrace change with grace, just as the earth does. And may we always remember, balance is a gift and growth is a choice. Blessed Ostara, my dear ones, thank you for watching. May your days ahead be filled with light, joy, and magic. And if you are setting up an altar or celebrating in your own way, I'd love to hear about it. Tell me please in the comments or DM me on what's on your Ostara altar this year. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like this video. And if you felt the Ostara vibes, subscribe for more seasonal wisdom, storytelling, and magical insights. And if you want to go deeper into the magic of Ostara, don't forget to check out my video on her story, the Goddess of Dawn and Renewal, and I will link it somewhere. See you soon, and blessed be.